Hi, guys, and welcome to our WWE Survivor Series. Yes, Survivor Series prediction video. Yes, I am back with Laura. Uh, just us two. Sadly, Liam is occupied, and so is Callum. Uh, fu-
Boo.
fully understandable. So it's just the two of us today, but we've got this. So yes,
We've got this.
Survivors. Yeah. So Survivor Series is one of the big four in WWE. The final pay per view of the year, since we're not getting TLC in December,
hmm
because we're going to be getting two pay per views in January, and yeah, it's one of the big four pay per views. You know, when Raw and SmackDown go head to head, it's usually a really fun show. The last few Survivor Series have been really fun. Um, However, this year I'm not gonna put it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really disappointed with how bad the build has been for this year's Survivor Series. Like, there's been no feud, no build, no hype. It's just been so lazily put together by WWE. You know, only like on last night's Raw did they actually start promoting some matches.
hmm
It's been one of the worst builds to a pay per view I can think of in recent memory. It's like WWE just don't care about Survivor Series, and that they're just waiting to get to January where they can start building toward WrestleMania. So I'm disappointed, but if the matches should be good. There's some good matches on this card, so it should be fun. So, Laura, are you looking forward to Survivor Series, or are you kind of like?
I am. No. I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I agree with everything you say. I am looking forward to it, but I would completely agree that the build up to it has been horrendous. Um, but the card is very good, I would say. But like you say, the build up to it is the thing that makes it that penultimate. Right, we're going to sit down and watch this, and it's going to be really, really good. But unfortunately, we can't change that. So
I
it's just
know,
going
but that's
to.
well, when we're WWE fans, you get used to them half-assing a lot of things and bad booking. So we just
Yeah.
let's continue. Let's get started then. So the uh, the first match we have on the card, let's have a look. Is okay. We have a champion versus champions tag team match. Yes, we have RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Riddle, the Raw Tag Team Champions, going up against the Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso, SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Of course, there's no titles on the line. It's all just champion v champion, Raw versus SmackDown. Laura, take it away. Who have you got, RK Bro or the Usos?
You know what my answer is going to
Yeah,
be.
it's a silly question, wasn't it? Silly question.
Very silly question. But I do feel there's a bit inside me that isn't going to go okay, brain, but only for one reason, is just because of this little bit of a niggle between Randy Orton and Riddle being, he's not doing as he's told or not listening and that side of stuff. But I'm still, I did made this made the wrong decision that one time where I decided one time I would go against Randy Orton and it came back to bite me. So I'm going to stick with RK Bro, but
RK Bro.
I do like
Okay.
these. Yeah, but I do like these as well. But yeah.
Yeah. It should be a fun match. Of course, they had a bit of interaction on Raw,
Mm-hmm.
which I think Usos won via DQ or something, or was it? I think Seth roll up pinned Riddle. I think I can't remember. Um,
It must have been really good then, if you can't if you can't
it,
remember.
it's Raw. I just Raw's been terrible most of this year, to be honest. Um, it's tricky because you could say the Usos because they want to make the bloodline looking strong with Roman in the main
mm-hmm.
event, but RK Bro have been pushed strong as well.
They've been so
Mm,
strong the last few months.
I'm gonna say RK Bro, but it's tight. It's tight. I'm gonna yeah, I too am gonna say RK Bro because I just think
Uh-huh.
it's a flip of a coin. I think it'll be a good match, but I just think RK Bro should be a good
Yeah,
match though. Yeah.
it will be.
Okay.
It will be.
Okay. On to the next match. Let's continue. Okay, we have the women's Survivor Series elimination match. Yes, 5-on-5. So, Team Raw, we have Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Queen Zelina.
Queen Zelina.
And Team SmackDown, we have Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi Blackheart, Natalia, and to be announced. That's a new wrestler, isn't it? To be announced. So, of course, it was meant to be Aliyah, and then she got taken out of the match by Sonya Deville for no reason. It was bizarre. And so, yeah, as of right now, Team SmackDown only have 4 women. And when you look at both teams, I'll start my prediction for this one. When you look at both teams, Raw, I think, is significantly stronger. You have Bianca, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan, those 3 right there. And Team SmackDown only really have Sasha Banks and Shayna Baszler. Because Shotzi Blackheart, she's cool, but she's done not a lot on SmackDown so far. Natalia's
got a good entrance, though.
With the tank, yeah. And Natalia, she's just like a veteran at this point, so she's fine, but she's not going to do much in the match, I think. We don't know who's going to be announced as the next final component. Maybe it'll be Naomi, I think. Maybe.
Oh, that's a good potential.
Yeah, maybe as an FU to Sonya Deville. I don't know. It might be Naomi. But who am I going to win this match? I think it's pretty. I'm going to say Team Raw for the win for this one for the women, because I just think it's a stronger team. Yeah, and I can just see Bianca and Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan being the last 3 survivors, and a pretty comfortable win for Team Raw for the women. Laura, who have you got? Raw or SmackDown?
I'm sticking with Raw for exactly the same reasons. Much stronger team. I think you've covered all bases, really.
Yeah.
I just can't see there being a SmackDown win on this one at all. I mean, I don't even know how or where or when or why. So I think, I'm just going to stick with Raw, just purely for the stronger team. And I, at the moment, absolutely adore Liv Morgan. She's going to be getting a championship chance, isn't she, against Becky Lynch? Yeah. So I'll stick with Team Raw.
Well, I do think Doudrop is going to cost Bianca Belair. She's going to, because Doudrop's been feuding with Bianca Belair. Have you seen that? Why?
I was just going to ask, what do you actually think about that? Because I'm not a big fan.
I'm not really that bothered, to be honest. So yeah, as of right now, it's 2-2. We've both gone with Raw after the first 2 matches. Okay, let's continue. Next up, we have is another one, of course, the whole champion v champion match. Yes, we have Damian Priest, the United States champion, going up against Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental champion, with Rick Boogs. Name's Rick Boogs. So, yes, Laura, who have you got? Damian Priest or Shinsuke Nakamura?
So I never used to like Shinsuke, but he's really grown on me, and I do like him. But on this occasion, there's only one winner in my eyes, and I've probably already said it before, is that my number 2 is Damian Priest. He is fantastic, and I just love him. He's a really good wrestler. I mean, they're both fantastic wrestlers, but at the end of the day, I just think Damian Priest has got that edge over Shinsuke. And I just don't know why Shinsuke would win. I don't.
Well, I'd say Shinsuke's technically the better wrestler. Damian Priest is just the big powerhouse, but
the powerhouse,
okay, you've gone with Damian Priest. Is he on Raw? He's on Raw, isn't he? Or SmackDown?
Yeah, so I'm saying Damian Priest. There we go. Okay. Back in. And Damian Priest is on Raw.
He is. Yeah.
There we go. So yeah.
Okay.
That's who I've got to win, and I've got nothing else to say. The man is an absolute angel.
Yeah, I too am going with Damian Priest. This should be a good match, though. You know, Damian Priest and Shinsuke, that's going to be a good match. I think those two might steal the show if they get given enough time. But yeah, Damian Priest, because he's been I'd say he's been booked strong, but he's not done that much since Extreme Rules, I think. So he's not done that much, even though he's US champion. But neither Shinsuke really, apart from
it's been quite quiet,
messing around with Rick Boogs. But yeah, so currently both of us have 3-0 for Raw at the minute. My goodness.
And people are saying that Raw isn't as good as SmackDown.
Well,
It could all change from here.
SmackDown's the better show, but Raw has the stronger roster, but it's not as good of a show, is it? But, okay. Okay, now let's continue with the women's match. We have champion v champion. Yes, we have Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, going up against Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion. So yeah, this is Charlotte and Becky are going at it again. It's been quite a while since these two have been in the ring together, but obviously they know each other so well from wrestling all over the world. I mean, wrestling having so many matches the last 5-6 years. Yeah, this should be a good match, even though there's been no build whatsoever. So, yeah,
I think there's been more of a build behind the scenes between them two.
Yeah, apparently they had a falling out. Yeah, go on.
No, that's all I was going to say. It's all kicking off behind the curtains, isn't it, really? So
yeah, they had a bit of a falling out backstage, apparently. So, but I still think that was maybe a shoot. Maybe I still think they like each other. But anyway, Laura, who have you got? Charlotte or Becky? This is a tricky one, I think.
This is a difficult one. Purely off, I don't particularly like Charlotte Flair. Don't get me wrong. I just think the fact that she's just done this big heel turn and everyone hates her and all that kind of stuff. I just don't see that as her. She's a very, very good wrestler, and an absolute legend, and will have the greatest legacy probably of most female wrestlers, as will Becky Lynch. But this is so difficult. My heart's saying Becky, but my head is going for Charlotte. But I just don't know either way. I want them both to win. I don't want any of them to. But if I have to choose one, I'm going to say Charlotte on this occasion.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, Liv Morgan might cost Becky the match because they've already begun feuding. If anything, that match is getting more attention than Charlotte and Becky, which is this Sunday, WWE. Because oh man, WWE. But yeah, it should be a good match, definitely. Who have I got? I'm gonna go with Becky because she hasn't taken a loss since she's come back. Yes, I don't think so. Anyway, so I don't think she should be getting pinned yet. I don't think the first woman to pin her should be Liv Morgan. Maybe at WrestleMania next year. Maybe they branch that out. So
yeah.
So I don't think Becky should be taking a loss yet, and Charlotte can take this loss. She's yeah. I don't, like you said, if I had to pick one, I'd pick Becky. But Charlotte, it should be a good.
Unless it's going to be a DQ.
Oh yeah, there might be. Yeah, there might be
possibly.
But to protect both of them, yeah, because it's obviously. But yeah, I'm going to go with Becky. But it should be a good match because these two have had so many good matches over the years. So
yeah. It will be a fantastic match.
Yeah, but Becky Lynch, the man. Okay. So right now, I have 4-0 for Raw, and Laura has 3-1. Laura has 3-1. Laura has 3-1 Raw. Okay, so right now I've got Raw winning 8, whatever. Okay, let's continue then with the men's Survivor Series match, 5-on-5. Yes, so Team Raw, we have Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory. I'll get onto that in a minute. Team SmackDown, we have my boy Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Happy Corbin, and to be announced because yes, so because Sami Zayn I got kicked off the team, didn't he? I think so. I think it's going to be Cesaro or Sheamus personally for the final member of Team SmackDown, but we'll find that out on Friday. And this is tricky because, well, I said this is tricky, but on paper, Team Raw is the stronger team. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, KO, Bobby Lashley. That's a strong team.
That's a strong team.
And Austin Theory.
God bless.
Poor Ray. I know Callum isn't here right now. He'd be kicking off a storm because Rey Mysterio and Dominic both got kicked off the team. Bobby Lashley kicked them both off, and now Austin Theory's on the team. Okay. Team SmackDown, isn't as strong. It's got Drew, of course, but Jeff
He's going to
Hardy.
carry them through.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Corbin. I mean,
it's not singing anything.
Xavier Woods is good. He nearly beat Roman last week if it wasn't for the Usos. So Xavier's going to push and to be announced with maybe, I don't know, Cesaro or Sheamus. But I'll go first. I am going to go with SmackDown. I'm going to give SmackDown a win because I don't have a SmackDown having a win yet. So because Kevin Owens and Seth have been butting heads a little bit on Raw, I think there's going to be a bit of a bust up with Team Raw. I think Bobby Lashley's going to get in their faces. I think Austin Theory isn't going to last very long. I think he'll probably be the first one to get eliminated, in my opinion. Maybe Drew catches him with a Claymore. And I think Drew on SmackDown will pull them through. I think he'll be the sole survivor on SmackDown. Claymore. And I think Drew McIntyre will be the sole survivor for SmackDown. And it makes him look strong if he's going to be going into a program with Roman heading into WrestleMania next year. So Team SmackDown for this one. Laura, who have you got?
SmackDown.
Oh,
I think the Raw team, as you say, on paper looks fantastic, very strong. Yeah. But we're gonna there's just little feuds and things within Raw that I think is just the whole team's gonna fall apart. And then Drew for SmackDown is just gonna absolutely carry them right the way through. And I think it could end up with a face-off between Bobby Lashley and Drew.
Oh yeah,
that'd be pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with SmackDown.
Okay, so the scores right now, Laura still has Raw winning 3-2.
3-2.
And I have Raw winning 4-1. So yeah, it's either going to be a draw or a Raw win, but it's based on our opinions. Okay, so on to the main event. Yes, actually, despite the fact this match has had very little build, very little storyline, because Roman's been busy on SmackDown with Xavier and Kofi.
I just thought you were going to stop on Roman's being busy, like he's been doing his shopping, he's been going out to the cinema.
No. So Roman's been he's been busy, and Big E's got his own thing going on Raw with Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. So these two haven't really come to pass, butting heads a lot, apart from maybe when Big E briefly when he first won the belt. But yeah, so anyway, on to the match. Champion v Champion match. Yes, we have hang on, it's vanished. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I couldn't find it. Yes, we have of course Big E, the WWE champion, versus Roman Reigns, the Universal champion, the tribal chief, the head of the table, with Paul Heyman. Yes. So Laura, I'll let you start. Who have you got? Have you got Big E or Roman Reigns in the main event?
Oh, I'm really sorry, Big E, because I do think he's great. But how on earth can we go from... Did you just talk to him?
I'm sorry, Laura. She doesn't mean
Don't listen to her. I just don't get how, and we say this every time we do a prediction video, how can they just take the head of the table, the tribal chief, the universal champion, that cannot just disappear overnight. And that's the only reason why I'm staying with Roman Reigns, is for that fact. It's going to take someone, and I like Big E and I'm going to be nice to him, but it's going to take someone to be, and I mean someone very, very legend high up, to come back, whoever it might be, to take that title from him. So that's why I'm saying, and I also think that the Usos are just going to get involved as usual.
Well, Laura, it's a champion v champion match. The belts aren't on the line.
Yeah, but even still, it would not make sense for him to lose.
Okay.
It would really dumb him down.
I wouldn't do. Okay, so you're going with Roman Reigns. I mean,
I'm going to sit with Roman Reigns with help from the Usos. That is what I'm going with.
Okay.
It's very specific, but it will happen.
It's got me interested, this match, because it's the championships aren't on the line. Mm-hmm. So in my opinion, Big E could get a big win here. The first time Roman's been pinned in I think nearly 2 years. It could be a big deal. It's not for the belt, so Roman doesn't take too much of a hit because it's not for the belt, in my opinion. And yeah, I think, and then that's a massive win for Big E. But I'd love to see Big E do it and pin Roman Reigns. It would be great, but I don't think I don't think so. I think Roman Reigns will it. I'm going to say he's retained, but that's not a lie. I think Roman will just win. But he'll cheat, of course, because that's what Roman does now. You know, very few of his matches are clean wins now. Most of his matches are dirty wins. I think Big E will have him beat with a big ending, and I think either Kevin Owens or Seth Rollins are going to cost Big E the match because Seth Rollins has a future championship match against Big E, probably at day one in January. So I think.
But hasn't he got the contract to?
No, it's not like money. It's not money in the bank. I think it's just he gets that match in the future.
But could he not use that on that night?
I don't think so. I don't think it's like money in the bank. No, I don't think so. But I'll have to double check. But yeah,
we'll have a look.
I'd love to see Big E win, but he's not winning, sadly. No, I think Roman Reigns is going to win because he's not going to take a pinfall loss. I think till at least WrestleMania next year, or maybe Brock Lesnar comes back and costs Roman the match because those two have got unfinished business from Crown Jewel. So maybe Brock comes back and costs Roman the match.
There's a lot of different ways this could go.
Ooh, that's got me. No, I'm going to stick with Roman, but that's got. Okay, yeah, Roman.
That's your thinking.
And you've gone with Roman as well. Okay.
I have.
So that is our Survivor Series predictions. It's this Sunday. Despite the fact I'm not that pumped for it, it should be a fun show. It should be a fun way to end the year. Survivor Series. One more thing before we finish. I'll put the scores up. I have Raw winning 4-2. And Laura has it as a draw.
Ooh.
3-3. Laura has it as a draw. But before we finish, we'll talk about The Rock because this whole month has been his anniversary of his 25th anniversary since he made his debut at Survivor Series 1996. So the whole month has been vignettes, like his best moments, his best matches, and whether or not maybe he'll return here and maybe confront Roman. And that sets up their match maybe for WrestleMania. But I've heard rumors that The Rock and Roman isn't going to happen because The Rock's just too busy.
He's actually said, hasn't he?
He's too busy with Hollywood, yeah.
Well, he's too busy doing his shopping and going to the cinema like Roman Reigns. Maybe that's how they'll talk and get things planned. I think that'd be pretty good. It seems quite a good event for it, unless they're going to wait until the New Year's Day or something, something further down the line.
Yeah.
No. My other thing was, isn't it? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Is it Taker's 31st anniversary of his debut at Survivor Series?
That was last year, yes.
Was that last year? Was that 30th or was it 31st this year? So I just wondered whether
31st isn't a big anniversary, is it? So I don't think.
Yeah, I just wondered, and it's in his hometown as well.
Why would Taker come back though? He retired last year.
I don't know. I just it's just a by the way. I don't know.
Well, I know
anyway.
I remember last year's Survivor Series was Taker's 30th. That was Taker's retirement, wasn't it? So last year's. So it was dead sad. He got a big ceremony, didn't he? But yeah.
God, that was a year ago.
I know.
Time is flying.
And less than 2 months, it's going to be Royal Rumble season. How's what? So yeah, but maybe The Rock will come back, maybe he won't. Because I've heard rumors they're going to hold back The Rock and Roman till WrestleMania 39 because that's going to be in Hollywood. So I think we will see. So we will see.
It'll be a blockbuster. Can we? Does that mean with it being his 25th anniversary, you can give us your best Rock?
Not me.
Yeah, if you want to. You've got to do a good one, Adam. Surely.
The Rock? No. I'm wearing a Stone Cold t-shirt. No. Well, The Rock's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He got me into wrestling when I was a little kid. The Rock, watching all of his matches and the Attitude Era. What, like a Rock impression? Well, me and Callum always do this. It was one of his things. He went, and then you've got the big slow, scaring all the Rock's fans. That's one of his things. Right, See ya.
I won't do mine. Right, off we go. That's enough for one night.
Yeah, friggin' hell. Okay. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. I'll be back with Callum for our day one prediction video, probably in mid to late December. That's, of course, the first pay-per-view in 2022 on New Year's Day, day one. So yeah, me and Callum will be back for that, and then I'm back with Laura, Liam, and Callum, hopefully, for the Royal Rumble in mid-January. So yeah, for Royal Rumble predictions. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you all again. Thank you to Laura for joining me on this channel for another year. It's been a pleasure, because of course we won't see Laura again now till the Royal Rumble predictions. So thank you, Laura.
You're welcome.
Yep, and we hope you all enjoy, or we'll try to, enjoy Survivor Series.
Woo!
Woo! Bye, guys.
I love how your hand disappeared as well.
Oh, the hand.